Hello, and welcome to this very short web module, Starting Strong, Organization, Time Management, and Self-Care at Institute. I'm Kelly. Many summers ago, I was at the beginning of my Teach for America core experience, literally fresh off the plane from my college graduation, gearing up to teach and learn at Institute and then head to the Mississippi Delta. Now I'm a coach, and I specialize in helping people and organizations maximize their time and impact. I'll be at Institute this summer and look forward to meeting you at one of my workshops. In the meantime, though, we want to make sure you've got what you need to start off strong with your personal organization, time management, and self-care. In the next few minutes, I'll spin through some basics, share some tips and questions for you to consider, and some starting point templates and tools. First, personal organization. How will you keep track of things this summer? No matter what our organizational style, Institute throws most of us for a loop. Folks with steel-trap brains often find there's just too much to keep in their heads, and those of us like me who love to set up elaborate organizational systems might struggle with the volume or intensity. Wherever you are on the spectrum, make some quick decisions now about how you'll keep track of everything this summer if you haven't yet. Folks ask me all the time what the best system is, and honestly, I don't have one answer. The best system is something that works for you. Specifically thinking about this summer, you will have some stuff to keep track of, both soft copy resources and some papers, and you probably already have a bunch of emails, but I'm most concerned with you having a great way to track your deadlines and to-dos. I really recommend you find something where everything is in one place so you don't have to keep up with multiple apps or lists, and that it's really easy for you to use, even when you're running around and even at the end of a long day. Here are a few examples. These days, there are all sorts of apps you can use, and most of them, honestly, are pretty similar in terms of their functionality. I like ToodleDo because it's free, it's easy to use on either your phone or the computer, and because the priority column helps you see what's most important. It's also easy to enter bi-weekly or other recurring tasks for things you have to do more than once. If you're a techie, you might be comfortable going paperless for the summer, but most core members and Institute staff members find that a hard copy system is easiest. This is an uncalendar. It's similar to an old school paper planner, but it has a little bit more flexibility in terms of where you list things and can tag different boxes for different kinds of lists. If you're in the market for something different, try this. This is my weekly plan. I use a version of this. Almost all of my teacher and principal clients use a version of this as well. It is dead simple, as you can see, but it actually gives you a ton of functionality and flexibility. You can name these boxes with different categories. You can list important things for each day. You could even start it in soft copy on your computer and then print it out and carry it around. I always print this on a bright, annoying colored cardstock so that it's easy to find on my clipboard or in my bag or on my desk. Now I want you to think a little bit about your time this summer. I know, time management is nothing new for you. You've been really busy for a long time now, balancing work and school and family and everything else you have going on. As we think about this specific Institute context, though, I want to highlight two things. First, your fixed versus discretionary time. Your required schedule is pretty darn demanding. You don't have many hours in the day or in the week where you get to choose what you do. For me personally, that was really hard coming from a college context where I had a lot to do and a lot going on, but also a lot of flexibility in how my day played out. I recommend you get that required schedule into your head so you're always where you need to be when. Put it in your phone, put it on your wall calendar, whatever you need to do so that you know what is a fixed commitment. Secondly, think about how to intentionally shape your schedule where you can. Because you have such limited discretionary time, planning and prioritizing is key. Even if you're not someone who usually lives and dies by her iCal, I recommend you look at your free time and try prioritizing what you think you want to put in those open hours. You can always flex if you need to, but if you don't plan ahead to get the most important stuff done, it's quite possible that you simply will not have time for that lesson plan revision or gym session, or will be forced to choose between sleep and getting something else done before you go to bed. Which brings me to the last thing I want you to think about, self-care. Just like with time management, you've been taking care of yourself for a while. Many of us, though, are a bit extra rocked by Institute. For me, the combination of the demanding schedule, my desire to do and learn as much as I could in a really limited amount of time, and the emotional intensity left me feeling overwhelmed in what for me was a pretty new way. I wish I had been more thoughtful about proactively fueling myself during that time. Think about three things. One, your physical base. Take care of your body. Prioritize that sleep. Figure out how to make it work with the food and exercise routines that work for you. As I say to my kids, everything is harder when you're tired or hungry. Second, when you do have that precious off time, figure out what you need to really feel renewed. Is it some solo time to read or catch up on Netflix or go for a walk by yourself? Or is it social time, either a happy hour with new friends and colleagues or a FaceTime catch up with your bestie or your grandma? Thinking about what is going to make you feel better for the next day can really go a long way. And then, of course, since you know yourself best, you also know when you need more help. Teach for America has a lot of next level supports, mental health resources, staff members who are happy to talk things through with you and refer you to someone else if you need to. Set yourself up so that you're prepared for the stress that might be about to hit you. Thinking about your schedule and your self-care, I really recommend that you start with a blank calendar. There's a template in the resources that you could print out and think about what you need to get on there to keep yourself productive and healthy through the summer. So what's next? I hope before you get up from your phone or your computer, you take a few minutes to make those decisions about how you'll keep track of things and get some important things in your calendar. Take a look at the example resources that are available and reach out to other people. Talk to the staff members, talk to other core members about how they're thinking about their organization and time this summer. And of course, I hope to see you in just a little bit when I come to Institute. Best of luck, and we'll talk soon.